What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyt, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom side of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Mariano. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Shelty, the snake Shelton. The map is Mediterranean, everyone's favorite map, and this is not game 2. This is, in fact, game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, both players vetoed, and they rolled Mediterranean on their, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th try. Apparently, there was 2 Mediterraneans, or 3 Mediterranean spawns in this entire thing. Sometimes I feel like Mediterranean has a higher rate of spawning in the random map pool, but I got no evidence to support that at all. Anyways, we'll see how these guys go. Oranos versus Mediterranean is one of the more classic Mediterranean matchups. Oranos has some very good tools that he can use against Zeus, given Shockwave to make the restoration do less damage, has speedy boats to run away from said restoration, and then the economic power of Oranos. 3 Dock Barim spams are fairly strong as well. Idle town center time because you forget to dump your fish here into the dock so that you get a later advance time, and you're a 2K Age Mythology player here. Just saying. That might have been a sledge. We've got Anvil of Hephaestus here with the negative 10% armory and Dwarven armory upgrade cost. Very strong relic here indeed. We'll see if it does get picked up. And we also do have the Toothed Arrows, which is 5% archer and ballista and Kyra ballista pierce damage. Also a very strong relic, and we'll see how these guys go. All right, guys, here's a little bit of a mechanics tip for you. What Shelty has is Shelty is using the tool known as one-click garrison. It means that you can click your citizen, hover over the town center, and then right-click, and you will garrison. Now, this is all well and good, but what it means is that if you're in any sort of lag, you're going to have inefficiencies. So what's better is to click on the building and then shift-click back onto the fish, and that way it's going to happen instantly, right? Because you can do that. And in order to make that happen, it's better to turn off one-click garrison and then press Alt when you want to actually garrison something, and that way you're in a much better position throughout the entirety of the game. Not only that, but it also allows you to repair the town center with one click. So it's basically the same amount of stuff you would want to do, like in terms of garrisoning and repairing. It's kind of the same amount of things that happen in the game in terms of how many actions you would actually want to have happen to the garrisoning versus repairing. It's about the same. So there's no real advantage or disadvantage. I'm just stating the fact that if you use one-click garrison, I would advocate for you to stop using one-click garrison and use Alt or whatever hotkey you feel like using instead to garrison stuff. That way, less inefficiencies and everyone's happy, right? Anyways, okay, let's see. Fishing ship dumping, going up through Prometheus, and we can see that just a slight delay here. 433, 434, whatever it was. Advance time. 2 villagers onto gold, the rest go on to wood. This is absolutely standard. I have been thinking that it might be worth it to get the citizen to chop down the oak tree before going to the gold mine in order to get 3 docks out here and the extra fishing ship, and let's have a little bit of delay on the fight, but it is what it is. We've got Athena coming through here at 60% compared to 38% here for Shelty, so Mariano is going to have a big advantage on that, and he does have the same 8 fishing ships as he had in the last game. We see the Kataskabos hitting the Oracle here as it's getting pushed back. And such is life. There's the 3rd dock coming up for Shelter, so I'm interested how his economy is going to support this. You can see he's got 128 gold in the bank. He does throw up the mana with his gold villager there. And we'll see if he's going to spam these ships out or not. As Prometheus is just about to come out. Trireme's coming out as well. And do we see them coming down? Yes, 1, 2, and 3. So all the Bareems able to be supported here. And I'm less interested in how the Greek economy works here because I sort of already know. So just for my own selfish sake, I'm going to have a little bit of a note on what's happening here on the economy. I want to see where this first villager goes, if it goes to gold or if it goes to wood. And we see this over here. He's still producing fairly consistently off these 3 docks. Even though if they're a little bit delayed or one of them is a little bit delayed. So we'll see where that villager does go. And Mariano has to sit in his base. Chilling. He does send it over to gold, it looks like. Surprising, considering he's also short on the wood as well. It's in these situations where you would like to be able to swap the villagers around, like have one and a half villagers, 2 villagers on wood, 1 villager on gold or something like that. But the Oranos economy does not allow for that. And we do see that he does not get any economic guild here. That's interesting. It's going to allow him to spam ships. And it looks like we've got 9 Bareem to only 6 Trireme here. I don't know if we've had some idle dock time or if this is just because Shelty's strategy has allowed him to have an advantage here. And no bolts onto these Bareem is a very confusing thing as well because that would help out immensely. But meanwhile, the docks hitting these Bareem back, and Shelty manages to pick off 2 ships there. And I don't believe he lost 1. He almost did one here. And honestly, I'm a little bit surprised we don't see more Oceanus on Mediterranean against Zeus. Because imagine a Caladria sitting over these Bareems here. The hidden run could be very, very brutal. We do see that the Oracle hero has come back. He gets access to a hero citizen and everything. They're going to be able to push the Minotaur back. But, I mean, maybe that's more the problem. You need to be able to defend against the Minotaur. I guess that makes sense. I take it all back. 1 fishing ship does go down. And we will have to retreat back. And yet again, so much damage getting done here. And we can see that the track rating of triremes is 10. But if the ships are moving, they do miss 1 or 2 of their arrows. So it's a lot of damage that you think might get dealt. But it's only 6 if you're retreating away with the Bareems. Versus like a trireme, which might take 12 or more. So pretty important there. You see that the military barracks is up, and making Mermillo here is interesting. We'll see if he gets any value out of them at this stage of the game. Most of the time I prefer to either see straight to the heroic age or second town center, third town center here instead of the military barracks there. But I guess maybe he's concerned that there's going to be a Jason Odysseus. Nice shockwave there on those boats at this point. We should see a restoration coming through, but Mariano just not throwing it down very fast. We've got 14 trireme here now to 19 Bareem, so big advantage in the Bareem, but the Bareem are a lot weaker than these trireme. So we'll see if it matters or not. I'm getting some Prometheans coming out. The heroes are moving back to the base. At this point, moving forward, taking more of these fights. Nice micro hit from Mariano. Nice micro from Shelty in return. But the focus fire micro from Mariano, a little bit too good. Sometimes you just want to micro just 1 ship back, not all the ships back. Anyways, moving forward, we see the triremes pulling back into the big concave that Mariano's got here. But most of the Bareems are, I was going to say most of them are. Nice micro to pull back in here, but Mariano's micro is on point as this game is going on here. And we see these Bareems coming back, sitting underneath the docks. He does have the 3 docks that he can sit under for the time being, but Mariano's got a very, very good position here. Now we see the Oracle Scouts coming in, hitting these villages. Maybe the Mermilla going to hit the wood over here as well. And while Mariano pushes in with this, he should... Shelty should fight on both of these fronts here, and here. And that way, micro a lot, and you should be able to get a couple of villager picks here. Definitely want to be firing, otherwise the horn will blow, and he will notice it. And we do see that Mariano has noticed it. He's deciding to fight over here. Now the Mermilla hitting this location over here as well. Really, really nice play from Shelty with the multi-raids. Generally, I would advocate for not doing this against players of these caliber, but while the water fights are going on, everyone focuses so hard on these, and these Mermilla are just getting ultra value. The villagers chasing over here, not getting anything done. Villagers just getting sliced over here on that location. The Bareem's able to fight fairly decently over here as well. More Murmillo coming in. These villagers getting picked off, and finally Mariano notices it and going to be retreating back, having lost 1, 2, 3 villagers, it looks like, already on this location. Lost no villagers over here, but the Minotaur does get picked off, and now the wood location over here does get prevented, and the Murmillo can run over the other side. Meanwhile, Mariano's got no military buildings, no heroes out, no way to defend against the pushes that's coming in for Shelty, and Shelty is able to sort of defend against this push that that Mariano's putting in here, as he's got 2 docks here. I mean, what's this, 9 Bareem to 10 Trireme? Obviously better for Mariano here, but underneath the 2 docks, it's kind of okay for Shelty to fight this one. Lots of low HP Triremes do need to get taken down here. He's still pumping out the Bareems, but still getting the raids off. The Murmillo coming around into this location, and we do see that the village is retreating back over onto this wood location here, and that's going to be all she wrote for the raids for the time being. So he's going to have to figure out a way to kind of dart around the map and hit both locations at once. Wouldn't have been a bad idea to just send 3 units over here, or just let these units hit this location while he hits the gold mine or something like that, but maybe he doesn't know about it. Meanwhile, Shelty losing the water fight here, unfortunately for him. Let's check out what he knows. He does know that the gold mine's here, so I'm surprised he doesn't hit that, but going after the houses. Interesting decision here as Mariano is sitting at 61 population, so killing off the houses don't do that much damage. Yeah, it's 50 wood, but that's about it. At this point, we see Jason, Odysseus coming out. We see Military Academy coming through. We don't see any more Bareems coming through, more military units coming in. We see the villagers moving forward, maybe going to be eating the boar. No, moving over onto the gold. We see a lot of villagers here now onto the herdables. No attempted at economy buildings. Oh, sorry, economic upgrades just yet. There's the archery range coming in to deal with the Murmillo flood. Murmillo coming in, going to attempt to hit these villagers over here. The villagers will retreat very nicely and easily. He probably should just be on this wood at this point, because totally fine. And meanwhile, we see the Odysseus defending his house over here. A couple more villagers are getting sniped, and this is pretty big for Shelty. He's actually also getting some free food over here as the Trireme not engaging on the fish, not sitting just outside at the dock range with Alt S. Big mistake at this point. Now the gold mine has been finished here. You could go for some Sky Passage plays here now. Send the villagers forward. Sky Passage here, and be able to gold starve here. If he wants to go for that play. Sky Passages are expensive, but we're not seeing anything come forward, and the units are pretty quick. But we'll see. The villagers, the Murmillos have spotted the gold mines gone, so he's going to be able to hit this very, very, very hard. Meanwhile, while Mariano's not paying attention, he's losing more of these houses, and it's starting to matter as Mariano's at 94 and 95 population. The Murmillo coming in, taking down these hoplites here with the help of the Terma in the back coming through. More Prometheans coming in. The Jason and the Odysseus going to be able to clean up these Prometheans, though, so he has to somehow deal with those. We see the villagers getting pushed back yet again. These Prometheans, they do have 5 crush damage, so they get a little bit of extra damage onto these houses, so they kill them very, very fast. Meanwhile, the army is just flooding in onto this location here, and Mariano can simply just stay here. Oh, sorry, Shelty probably can simply just stay here if we can take out the Jason without losing the Prometheans. If we can take out the Odysseus as well, maybe leave the Promethean just a little bit further back. But it looks like the Odysseus is not targeting down these Prometheans at all as they're doing bulk damage here. The Terma can take down these Toxotes as well. Nice micro from Shelty. Meanwhile, these Prometheans not really attacking the right thing here. They need to be on the houses. We do see that the Odysseus about to fall here. The Promethean offsprings getting sniped. Odysseus just about to fall, but the army falling. There's the bolt coming through onto the hero Murmillo. All of the units here of Shelty have fallen at this point, and it's looking like Mariano has defended the push onto this location. If these Prometheans made their way around here now that the Odysseus and Jason have fallen, he could do a lot of damage, but they do get insta rebuilt here very fast, and they're a very big addition to the army of the Zeus. Yeah, seeing more houses going down, and Mariano's just calmly rebuilding them, not overreacting to any of this, and he should be able to defend and be in a good position. Does he have Persine? No Persine. Bit of a mistake there. That's going to allow Shelty's economy to not be that far behind at all, because that's just how it is. Any economic upgrades? Not just yet. We probably have hand axe, pickaxe for Mariano, and that is the answer there. And Mariano going to push Shelty back for the time being. If Shelty had his army over here, he'd probably be okay. We just see the villagers running here. Maybe a shockwave here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Shockwave this just here? Does he have it? He does have it. Not going to be going for it though. Should get a couple of villager kills at the very least. There's one, and that should be two. No, doesn't work out. Now the army can raid over here while this army is getting cut off. Nice play from Shelty to keep Mariano down. But this army here needs to not just walk through the enemy units. All right, sort of advocated for maybe a sky passage or two. It costs a lot of resources though. 350. And the villager walking time, obviously. But now it looks like Mariano's defended. And because he's got the fish economy, he can just stay one town center here. Go for Apollo, go for Fire Stairs, Underworld timing the main base or a town center or something with the Colossus timing push. Very hard to defend at this point for Shelty, but Mariano is insisting on fighting. The Terma moving in. Nice shockwave there. Going to be able to pick off a couple of those Terma instantly. Sorry, Toxotes instantly there. We do have a bunch of units back here for Shelty as he's retreating back. We see some of those triremes getting deleted. Village is a little bit behind the 8 ball. We don't have any economic upgrades, but there's Plow coming through finally. It's a big reason why Mariano's in front right now is because there's no economic upgrades, and obviously throwing away the Terma consistently has been a big problem. But the army here for Mariano, a little bit out of position as the reinforcements come here. If the Terma can snipe these Toxotes a little bit better, you can see a lot of low HP ones here. You don't want to like overkill them, but he does manage to kill them all. And now the Mimula should be able to, well, no, reinforcements coming in. And Shelty gets pushed back yet again. I think no medium infantry is really hurting Shelty here, but he obviously doesn't have the resources because he's making villagers from 2 town centers. You do see the villagers getting very, very aggressive with these walls. See if that matters. Bunch of Terma here guarding this gold mine. Second town center coming up for Mariano now, so he's not going for the Mythic Age. Trying to fight near the Trireme if he can. And they are going to help out a little bit here. They do so much damage to human units. Not that they have a bonus against human units, but because they do 3 arrows at 6 damage. So compare that to the Toxotes, which is 6.5. Dealing, doing 18 damage. Crazy. Crazy amounts of damage. Now there's Bareem coming back out for Shelty as he's deciding, oh, time to fight back. We see a couple of Trireme out, and this is the brutality of Oranos. These Bareem are cheap. They hit the raids nicely. They can run around, and that's sort of what you want to do with them. See the Citizen getting pushed back into the base for Shelty. Still no next age here. How's the resources looking? Not very high at all. Husbandry coming in for Mariano, who started to build some farms. These Terma trying to get some villager kills, but they're basically being traded here for like 1 villager kill. And he doesn't even get it. He leaves it alive with 7 HP. Feels bad, man. And there's the armory now for Shelty. See if he can make Hyperion work here. 2 town center Hyperion push. Maybe. Maybe you can get Mythic Age behind it as well. Not sure. Not sure at all. Town centers have stopped production. Still making Murmillo though. The hoplites coming in. Siege hoplites coming in to kill the dock. I do see some raids over here. This should be easily defended. There are some Terma, but the hoplite... Look at the damage this hoplite does. Smack! 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 And micro. And he stays alive with 9 HP. Nice. Mariano insisting on going 3 town centers here. Insisting on not abusing power spikes in the tech when you have the extra fish economy. And this is going to be giving Shelty every opportunity here to make a comeback. Especially because he's going to be going Hyperion. And he should be able to follow this up with pretty early Hecate as well. You can see a lot of wood in the bank. Build a market, sell the wood. Then buy food if he needs to. He's out of pigs. He has some chicken remaining, but... Well, he's got some berry bushes up here that he could go to. And we'll see a similar problem that happened in the first game to Mariano with Tartarian Gate, just not having any answer to Tartarian Gate. But the difference in this game is that Mariano's economy is a lot bigger because he's got the fishing ships. He's got a lot of this. He should have... All right. No Persine. The highest level of age mythology here, ladies and gentlemen. And we do see some of these Terma getting picked off. Taking another fight where he probably shouldn't have taken it. But maybe just clearing up the Terma. No, he's still building them. He should basically just be making Arcus Murmillo into Arcus Destroyer. We see walls coming up over here for Mariano. I like these walls in order to prevent Shelty from getting this town center, but we do see a Murmillo already coming over to prevent that wall. Nice play from Shelty. We'll see if Shelty's going to hold on to the chaos or not. Problem for Shelty is going to be a gold mine at this point. Like, where does he get gold from? Do we see a market? The market's up. Hecate on the way. Jamino coming through for Shelty. So much wood in the bank. Doesn't sell for very much though. I'm not sure if he's already sold it or not. Not sure why it's so low on the... he must have already sold a bunch of it. But the Satyr spam is going to be coming. Do we see Apollo? No Apollo just yet. Mariano's full. There's the Apollo. This is definitely going to be a tough game for Shelty to win at this point, because I would have expected Shelty to either be on the aggression now, or be heading Mythic Age. But instead he's getting second town center. He's going to be stuck in the Heroic Age for quite some time. And Mariano should be able to hit his Mythic Age before Shelty does, which kind of makes Hecate useless, because the Colossus should be able to defend against it. And even if you chaos the Colossus, right? Like, the Colossus, like 9 times out of 10 starts hitting the Tartarian Gate anyways. So we'll see. And Mariano moving in onto the top. Do you see the Satyr are coming in? Look at that damage there. One Chaos coming down. We just see the Toxotes immediately fighting each other here. That's totally fine. Going to be able to pick those off. Continue. And there's Apollo coming through for Mariano. But this fight you shouldn't be taking, because these Satyrs just do so much damage. At 20 pierce damage. Then the AoE damage is 3 projectiles for 22 pierce damage each. 3 projectiles. That's 66 damage, right? If they all hit. And then I think it's area of effect as well, right? No. I thought it was area of effect, but I don't think it is. Anyways. Build a nice raid here from Shelty. Pushing Mariano back. Fortified town centers coming through. Oof. No resources for Mariano in the bank right now. Hecate is incoming. I think this was... yeah. This is all because no Persine. If he had Persine, he would have like 1,000 food right now. And it would have been better to not get fortified town centers. Just click up to the Mythic Age. But he doesn't go for it. Because he's forgotten Persine. I mean, at this point, if he... Oh, there it is. He's getting it. 22 minutes in, having won the water about 10, 15 minutes ago. Feels bad, man. Another Manticore. dealing a lot of damage here. We just have one hero Terma attempting to take it down, but the Manticore has a really good pierce armor, so I don't know why he went for the Terma hero instead of like a Manila hero. See some a bunch of military academies coming up. Units sitting in here doing so much damage. And there's a palace for Shelty. You can start spamming those fire siphon. I'm not sure this isn't in range. I'm not sure where he's going with those pacifists. Maybe he noticed it. Don't know. Yeah, he's just trying to keep these units alive so he can Tartarian gate instantly. We just use it over here or something. There's Hecate. Might not be a bad move to just throw it down here to push off this gold mine. Maybe throw it down over here, push off that gold mine, or over here to push off this gold mine. It looks like he's going to be using it in the middle. He gets the temple. There's still no fire though, right? Mason's coming through to make the Tartarian get a bit stronger. Villagers getting pulled off. The gold mine coming over to help take down the Tartarian gate. And it should go down fairly quickly. He needs to make some heroes out to kill off the Tartarian spawn, but not going for it. The push here, very, very big. Wouldn't be a bad idea to just like go for the Titan here. Just completely go for that shockwave to keep the Tartarian spawns alive for just a little bit longer. This Hecate god power is starting to look very similar to Tyr, except maybe a little bit better. Look at all those dead villagers. Absolutely brutal damage to Mariano's economy. And there's the watchtower. Still no heroes coming out. One way you can prevent these villagers from getting killed is if you have your heroes on this location early, and then the villagers come in after that, and the heroes tank the damage from the Tartarian spawn. And now pushing onto this gold mine, pushing onto this one. Still no still no fire siphons, which is a bit funny. But double palace here for Shelty. And Mariano is not going to be in the next stage for quite some time here. Fortified town centers, yes, coming through. Lots of resources in the bank for Shelty. He needs to keep pushing. Sky passages need to consider coming down here. Nice raid here from Mariano, picking these villages off, pushing them back. These are the gold mines he needs. He is up on this location as well, so he can send villagers forward to there if he wants. But right now, Shelty's hurting on the gold. These destroyers are just gathering dust or setting up for a big push, maybe. I don't know. You kind of need 8 of them or something to take down the town center. You can take down some military buildings, I guess, while you wait for them. Rampage doing work, taking those Hippocon stats down with her special. And going after the town center. We just see this going down pretty quickly. These are Mamilo with 9 of them. Help out fairly decently. We see some units coming over here. Probably could just keep taking the town center down, really. And then the Arcus killed the Hephaspus really fast. Trying to kill off the Toxotes. Is he still building Terma? Man, you gotta stop building Terma. You see the Juggernauts coming in, hitting the docks. A couple of these Bareems coming out. There's no town centers in range of water or in range of siege Bareems. There's the Underworld coming in for Mariano. Not sure about this Underworld. What's he trying to do with it? Where is it? Here. Maybe to bring his units? 5 Toxotes over there? I don't know. That's not how I would have used it, that's for sure. And now Shelty is seeing his opportunity to win this game. As he's just pushing in on this town center pretty hard. He probably could just consider just getting a palace up over here as well. Is he sending more villagers over here to this gold mine? No. See the underworld passage going down slowly but surely. I guess it's more of a distraction than anything. Meanwhile, these destroyers going to town on the villagers. They're not the best raiders in the world, but I guess they do things. You could have sent these back and then killed off the underworld passage. You see these villagers moving over here? How are the economic upgrades? Hand axe pickaxe versus hand axe pickaxe husbandry. The no economic upgrades game. These Marines doing work though. Juggernaut versus Doc. Looks like the Juggernaut's going to take the Doc down eventually. It's going to be close though. 64 HP, 194. with the 50% pierce armor, the dock really doesn't do that much damage, folks. But it looks like the dock may win. Yeah, the dock's going to win here, it looks like. And Shelty holds on to the water for the time being. Our big raid coming over onto this gold mine. Only 900 gold left on it. I would love to see a palace get thrown up here just to secure this side of the map. And then fire cipher can start popping out. The villagers all getting sniped. The snipers are us. Oh, wait, why didn't you? Huh? What? Hello? You didn't kill the underworld passage. Now it's being repaired. There's Hippocon killing it now. That's cute. Hippocon going after the villagers though. Terrifying. The market is up for Mariano, but it doesn't look like he's ever going to be able to advance here. He's got a lot of units that are just idle in his town center. He's 3 Arcus, 4 Arcus. Now the destroyer's coming back. But the Hippocon, they're gonna kill the underworld passage off. No? No attempt at keeping this one alive. The destroyers can kill off the Hippocon, I guess. And Mariano tapping out there. Well, GG. Well played by Shelty. He sort of quit on the water by making these Mermillo early. Then did enough damage to hang in there. But Mariano, I just don't think he's quite used to the idea of not getting 3 town centers after you win water on Mediterranean. And I think a lot of players aren't used to it. This is pretty heavily just the meta, and this is what people do. But as Zeus against Atlantean and some other gods like Egyptian, like Ra, for example, if you win the water, you get per scene, you get such a boost to the water that you can just rush Mythic Age. And then the Plenty Vault comes down. That basically acts as the town center you didn't get. So you can go for 2 town centers easily. And then the 3rd town center, just don't worry about it. Just don't get it. Get it after you click up Advance. And then Plenty Vault. And then win the game with Colossus. Very simple. And you would have been completely fine here. But he just wanted the 3rd town center and put him too far behind. Tartarian Gate did a ton of damage yet again. This Tartarian Gate shouldn't get this much value. All you have to do is build out your heroes. As soon as you see Hecate, you build your heroes into your town center. When it gets built, you send your heroes onto the Tartarian Gate. They tank all the damage from the Tartarian spawns. Villagers kill off the town center. Then you kill the Tartarian spawns with your heroes, and you say, lol, that god powers are not that good. And then you say GG, because you win the game. But Mariano loses this series. Shelty wins. Congratulations for Shelty. He's going to move on to round number 2. If you guys enjoyed this game, this series, and this tournament, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.